Gotcha.
Woke it up, don't woke it up, don't woke it up, don't woke it, don't woke it up, don't woke it up, don't woke it up, don't woke it.
What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Dynamite Review, the weekly Dynamite Review. We're going to do things a little bit differently this week. I decided to take the load off of Chuck of her hosting. I don't know how long you've been hosting, actually. How long have you been hosting the show, actually?
I don't know,
ages,
man.
Right? It's been like ages
Forever.
since you've been hosting the show. But I decided to take the load off of Chuck for this week and keep going with the hosting thing, as y'all saw me host the Raw Review if you didn't see it the other day. But like I just said, I am joined by Chuck and Marcus today. And today it's gonna be a usual Dynamite review, but it's gonna be a little bit more harsh than your average Dynamite review. It's gonna be a little bit more mean than your Dynamite review. I already authorized to Marcus. He has already gotten out the red laser. He's gotten out the red laser. He's gotten out the whiteboard. He's gotten out the projector. We're not putting anything on the screen because we'll get clipped. But we're about to sit here and go through this entire Dynamite and dissect this abomination that was an AEW Dynamite episode. This abhorrent AEW Dynamite episode. This horrendous AEW Dynamite episode. Make sure you guys please like the video, subscribe. If you haven't already, you're probably here. You already have subscribed. You probably, and go make sure you go in the comments and you send your super chats because we do take questions. We take questions. We answer questions. Scoops are probably a no-go for right now.
Do not aggregate, y'all.
That's just not happening. We don't do that around here. No, it's like vague and like if it's not even if it's old, but it's like vague and it's nothing, then we'll probably answer it or something like that. I don't know. But with that being said, first off, before I get into how my day was, Chuck, how you doing?
I'm doing great. This is a lot of fun, not being the one to host for this week, but I had a really good day. It was a very busy day. I wasn't really on social media. I had some shit going on in my mentions last night, but we're not going to talk about it because
I don't even remember. What did you do? What did you do? What did she do? I don't remember. I didn't see what she did. What did you do?
All I did was quote tweet someone that has a large following, and things happen. It is what it is. Things are fine.
I'm gonna go find it.
What else you did last night?
I'm gonna go find it.
What else I did last night was have a really good nap and slept through the entire Dynamite preview. And
wait, you slept through the preview or you slept through the show?
No, I slept through like the Novi preview.
Oh fuck! You picked the wrong time to sleep.
I was meant to be
then.
on that show.
If only
I went and had my nap.
If only you were. If
4
only,
hours.
Hold on. If only you were an hour and a half later for your nap, you would have been a lot happier than if you were awake for Dynamite. So you don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. That's not your fault. It's not your fault.
The curses of having a decent sleep schedule. I was just like, yeah, I'll have a nap before, so I don't be really tired on the preview show and fall asleep during Dynamite or whatever. I woke up at 20 to 1 in the morning. I was like, oh, that's not correct, is it?
Alarms exist. I'm just throw it out there.
I set alarms. I set alarms from 10 p.m. till 11:15, so I had plenty of time, and none of them went off. Or I slept through them all, which is
what are you, a Hurricane Bear? Goddamn, you slept through that.
No, this is a real issue I have. I sleep through my alarms so often, but I'm here. I had my nap so much earlier in the day today. Got a lot of stuff done. Not excited to review Dynamite. I'll probably end up talking about gigs for half the show because I went to a gig last weekend. I'm at one this weekend. I've got 3 more booked this year after this weekend. I'm very excited. But yeah, doing all right.
That's what's up.
All right, Marcus, how are you doing today, brother? You watched the Dynamite show last night, and I seen your tweets, so I already know the energy that you have is for
Hey,
today's
man.
episode.
All I know is Dynamite was great because it helped me from about 9 o'clock on until 9:50. It helped me achieve a really nice sleep schedule for the night, which is sad to say because I actually want to stay up and watch the whole damn thing and actually want to talk about it. But I got my red laser, and everybody in the chat, if you check your emails, if you check your notifications on your YouTube accounts, I sent all of you free red lasers so we can go through this film together. So don't y'all worry about it. We got y'all covered on that.
Yeah, if you guys see me looking up here a lot, it's because I don't have 3 monitors anymore. I only have 1 right now. So like, my camera's right here, and then the chat is kind of up there. So I'm gonna be looking up there a lot, to kind of like navigate through this show. But with that being said, my day was all right. Not really. I kind of made a tweet last night when we found out a graphic of there's going to be a triple threat this weekend between Kyle O'Reilly, Daniel Garcia, and Lee Moriarty, and I made my feelings about the match known. And unfortunately, a lot of people disagreed with me. A lot of people disagreed with me. Do I care? Absolutely not. I absolutely don't care. I'm actually right. I feel like I'm right with a lot of what I said, especially today. Listen, I used to like Lee Moriarty, man. I did. I used to enjoy Lee Moriarty as a wrestler. People who are in my quotes saying that he never used to flip, they never used to actually watch his matches. Marcus remembers he used to actually flip and
Well, I
and
remember
actually be
all
an
right.
interesting wrestler and actually be an interesting wrestler. But and to the nigga that put 900 on my head, thanks for the Twitter check, big bro.
Much
Maybe I'll
appreciated.
tweet some. Maybe I'll tweet some more shit opinions so you can give me a bigger check. But
So Big Taylor's gonna be more obnoxious, more
we gonna be.
opinionated.
What you say? What say that again, Marcus? What we gonna
He's
be,
gonna
Marcus?
be more obnoxious, more opinionated. We couldn't wait for the extra 900 that's gonna be put on his head. Thanks for the engagement.
My
Just gotta
problem, no,
suck it.
people are asking me what's wrong with Lee Moriarty, so I guess I'll get into it before we like get through this before we get into Dynamite because we don't have a lot of time because they are doing like the views tonight. Um, but yeah, my whole thing is, bro, he used to be an interesting wrestler to me, right? And if he's an interesting wrestler to y'all still, that's fine. But he used to be an interesting wrestler to me. To me, guys, to me, he used to be very interesting. But he's on this Gresham shit now, and it's the same thing with Gresham, where I've seen Gresham do interesting shit that like I care about and I like, right? When it pertains to wrestling, like we used to it, Marcus, when he does those fucking
Mm-hmm.
springboard sequences where he does like the lucha, the super cool lucha and the flip. But basically, what I'm saying is, I want to see flips, bro. I don't. If you are not 6'4" and above, right? You should not be. No, I'm gonna lower it. If you're not 6'2" and above, right? If you're 6'2" and above, yeah, or under 6 foot, you should not be doing. No, you should not be doing flips. Is my point. You should
Right.
not be doing flips because there you it's fine. You could do an armbar better than everybody else, right? But there's only one Danielson. There's one Danielson out of a pack of fucking Danielsons, and not there's only one Danielson. There's only one Nigel. There's only one Danielson and Nigel out of a pack of Danielson and Nigels that are actually gonna make it in this world. And I don't give a fuck about you. And even Danielson does a fucking flip sometimes. So like that's my whole issue about it. I just don't like the way that he wrestles now. And it's not even because Pure Rules is not for me, which is just not for me. It's just like I've seen Wheeler Yuta have an interesting match, Pure Rules match on a Ring of Honor taping one time. And it's just like and he didn't even but it's just like, bro, I don't care about your 10-minute arm. It's my same problem with ZSJ. Like ZSJ in a 15-20 minute vacuum when he's actually has a fast pace, right? That's fine. But a 30-45 minute main event. And I'm not saying Lee's ever gone 30-40 minutes, but he just wrestles in 15 minutes like he's going 40. And I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So
Yeah, it's
that's
like
my whole
people like
point on it.
Moriarty and Gresham. They have lucha backgrounds, especially Gresham. And you see when he decides to pull that stuff out, it's really fun and really interesting and a really cool take on technical wrestling. And he just decides not to do it. At me and Rob, we did like him at one point, genuinely. But turbulence happened. You know?
Exactly, bro. Well, ever since Lee, that's the problem. Ever since Lee Moriarty did Terminus, I feel like some wrestlers that did. Monty said, "Charlie, fight back. How are you letting this happen? We taking Charlie's passport away."
Listen. I'm not a fan of Lee Moriarty. I enjoy Zack Sabre Jr. That's a different topic.
Hey man, it's like the first time we've gotten cooked for not liking a technical wrestler, well, a quote unquote technical wrestler that some people for some reason.
My thing is, why are people? Yeah, that's the thing, Shanks. He's alright, but people are quoting me, acting like he's a top 10 wrestler in the world, and I'm just like, I've never seen some shit like this before for such a 3 3/4 star wrestler. These guys need flips. Yes, I need flips. Yes.
Yes,
If you are,
that's exactly
nigga,
what
if you are under 6 foot and you're not Danielson and you're not like another wrestler that I won't mention, you can't really say his name a lot. Um, but if you're not one of those niggas that's under 6 foot, I don't want to see you doing anything. Nigga, I need something to be interested in, bro. Do a flip, nigga. I'm not interested. Did I become interested in Rey Mysterio because he learned how to twist a nigga's finger correctly? No. If Rey Mysterio is 5'4", 5'3", twisting a nigga's fingers, I wouldn't care. I would not care. The same thing with Pete Dunne. I like Pete Dunne. A lot of people don't like Pete Dunne for his finger twisting and no, I'm saying, but at least Pete Dunne will do a moonsault. Pete Dunne will do a moonsault or something like that. Like that, and so it's just like, nigga, be interesting, be cool, do something cool, nigga. I don't care about your 15-minute jerk off sessions where you go out there and I twist his fingers this way, I twist his fingers that way. Nigga, I just seen ZSJ do the same thing the other night in 15
I left for 2
minutes.
seconds
It
and
was
I
way
heard
better.
Pete Dunne.
Wait, what? Huh?
I left for 2 seconds and I heard Pete Dunne's name.
Oh,
Pete Dunne good.
Oh,
but hey, I said this shit about Deon Purrazzo last week and people tried to come for me. So welcome to the club.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, these people don't understand that everybody needs, and even if you disagree with me, that's fine. But don't sit here and call me a racist, especially when you see my face, nigga. I'm probably the darkest nigga here. You just don't see it because you just don't see it because the light is on. But don't.
I'm gonna say what Ibu said once. Rob is black, y'all.
Exactly. Nigga, I am a black man. This is just like but the difference is I could understand why people were calling me white 4 months ago because I didn't have my face on my profile picture. But my face is literally right there in the lighting in my profile picture. And people are like, this is mad, and I don't know. I feel like it's mad anti-black. What?
I can't lie. I didn't know your ass was black when I first met you. You had the damn Sasuke profile picture down. He's space. I'm like, yeah, this is a nigga right here. But no, like if you can clearly see, this is a young black man talking about another young black man, not on account of I just don't like him. I'm anti-black. No. He just don't like the nigga wrestling.
And even if the niggas start doing flips now, and guess what? Because y'all started getting on my ass today. He's still bad. I don't care if he does flips now. He'll still be bad.
Tiger style, eh?
He's
y'all
still
like the
bad
mask?
now.
Y'all like the mask? Y'all like the entrances? That's it?
So the official ruling on Lee Moriarty now, since y'all pissed me off, Lee Moriarty bad, nigga.
With 3 exclamation points.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Never sold a dime. Never sold a dime. Nigga, them twisting the little nigga's fingers ain't gonna sell a dime, nigga, unless you in the UK. No disrespect to the UK.
The only house he draws, the ones he draws on campuses.
Exactly, nigga. Go twist fingers with Robbie and them and Robbie X and them and fucking RevPro, nigga. This is AEW. This is AEW. We do springboard 450s here. Okay,
it is quite funny to me that you picked out like one of the most flippy wrestlers in the UK to make that comparison.
He does flips. Oh shit, he does flips. Nigga? You know what? No, I'm gonna change that. Go twist fingers and elbow joints with Luke Jacobs, nigga. How about it? How about it? Go flip joints with Duke Jacobs, nigga.
Go
We
hang
know-
out with Embryo Gunther. Go hang out with Connor Mills. Go hang
Exactly,
out and
nigga.
do death matches with whoever the fuck over there.
Go
Charlie
fuck,
might know.
nigga.
I don't care.
We do flips here,
Charlie
nigga. I
does.
don't. Yo, if you under 6 foot, and it's not me sitting here saying that I don't like under 6 foot wrestlers. I like under a lot of six. Oh, and that's the thing. That's another thing. I'm not interested. Yo, where's your charisma? Where's this charisma? I've never heard a promo that's
there's
made me
like no
interested.
dynamicness to his performance. It's
You know, like
And we wouldn't have to spend the first 10 minutes of this show doing this if you didn't try to lynch me over Lee Moriarty. But guess what? You tried to lynch me over Lee Moriarty. And guess what? I took the rope from around my neck, nigga. It's not happening. You won't
took
get
the
me. You're
chains
not
off.
getting me.
Talk to him, Paragraph. Talk to
It's
him.
not happening. So
Talk to him, Big Paragraph.
but guess what? And with all that being said, in conclusion, I'm right. You're wrong. And I don't care. I don't care. I'm right.
conclusion.
And
I
that
will
opinion will
always
hashtag.
listen. Every single opinion I've ever said has always been right. I'm right about everything I ever say. So don't care. My take is still bad. Don't care, nigga.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
unfollow it, nigga. So
He's
what
so
the fuck?
petrified. He's so petrified. He's going live on Twitch to expand further.
Well, exactly, bro. I'm gonna do a Lee Moriarty night. So I apologize, y'all. Not anyway. Let's get into some fucking super chats. So let's get into the reason. Darren Walker, £5. Charlie, did you enjoy GCW at Camden? I thought it was a decent show, and I got to meet Megan Bain before the show. She is really nice too. Make sure you guys send me super chats, by the way. Said that at the beginning.
Yeah, send you chats. Enjoyed is a strong word. I was definitely present. I was late because I got fucked over by trains, but you know, shit happens. Can't say I was overly upset about being late to a GCW show.
Late again.
Megan Bain versus Masha Slamovich. Yeah, it's a common occurrence, Marcus. Megan Bain versus Masha Slamovich was very good. Was match of the night easily.
Yo, your thoughts on the main event, Chuck?
My thoughts on the main event is that I sat on my phone for 95% of the match, and I looked up just as they did their egg spot, and I wanted to die a little bit.
You don't like eggs?
Listen, no, it was fucking disgusting. But right, this real quick. People can't put that on Effie, and I don't like Effie as a wrestler. I will say that. I do not like Effie as a wrestler. I don't enjoy him as a talent. He's not for me. You can't put that spot on Effie when Cara Noir was doing it on the Indies in 2018. That was not an Effie spot. So, messy situation, that one. But yeah, show was kind of meh.
Nah, they're both bad.
Got to meet some cool people, though. One called Manders fucking rocks. He's awesome.
Yeah, I like Manders.
Cool.
I watched a couple matches from his Mania weekend run last year when he wasn't doing memes, and he had a good. I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was on the action show that I watched. The Action Unleashed show that I watched.
Why was the action show kind of good? I still can't.
Bro, the action show was so good. They weren't doing like bits. They weren't doing memes. They had a dog collar match. Niggas was doing 450 splashes and shit. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, like we was watching on Discord or whatever it was. It was just like, damn, this is straightforward wrestling.
I'm about to say it's funny how good an indie show and how good an indie can be when it's not memes and who can go the most viral this week. It's kind of
yeah.
It's called wrestling. We want to watch people, wrestle.
But what do we know? I'm just a mark that loves WWE, and I want AEW to die. Actually, I hate Ring of Honor. I think Ring of Honor's history doesn't exist, and New Japan should get bought out by WWE as well as Pro Wrestling Noah, because I hate everything that's not WWE. Apparently,
they call it Monopoly.
Exactly. So, that's a hard name, yo. When AEW like actually turns me away, I might go with that name actually. Elite Merchant, $2. Can this pod just be a preview for the Rumble instead? That's how bad.
Hey man, if you want to talk some Rumble predictions, I'll talk Rumble predictions.
This might actually be the first good Rumble Triple H has ever booked. So I mean,
I'm
not gonna lie, and this is not gonna be a show where trust me, guys. Don't worry. We're not going into the show in detail because if I had to, if the idea for this show was to go into it in detail, I would not be here. we would
Yeah,
not
no.
be here. So I missed the other one. Elite Merchant $2. Some are saying Jay and Yuta are still wrestling. That is
Yo.
true. They are still.
Bro, that match was a slog.
Bro,
Some
I
are.
tweeted out the time. I said it was NyQuil versus that damn melatonin. I don't know which
Hmm.
one won.
Some are also saying that at 2 p.m. yesterday, for call time, they had to officially shut down the building they were in last week because Pac and Cope were still also still wrestling this week. So it's kind of interesting, bro. I don't understand how Tony Khan looks at our complaints from last week and says, "Yo, you know what will be fire? Another 20-minute Death Riders match with no heat." Like what? Who asked
He
for
said,
that?
it was like, mind you, they booked a very good collision like that same week, and he was like, you know what? Let's do none of that.
Bro, it's like somebody in his ear sat there and watched that entire collision episode and said, "Why are you doing this Mark shit when you can be doing this?" And then completely rewrote Dynamite or whatever the fuck the case may be, but just completely took a shit all over Dynamite.
And mind you, guess who wasn't on that collision, and guess who was on the Dynamite? There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Elite Merchant, another $2. Elite Merchant. That's how mad y'all got Elite Merchant. Elite Merchant. We just went through two of his super chats, right? That's 2, 4, right? 6 and 8 and 10. Elite Merchant has sent $10 worth of super chats to just voice how bad Dynamite was last night. Hey man, I'm not disappointed, man. I'm not upset. You can keep going, brother. If y'all want to send y'all super chats in and venting y'all
Go right
frustrations
ahead.
too,
Yeah,
go
man.
right ahead. You
We're
can
here
say
to
Matter of fact,
whatever
listen. We'll
matter
probably
of fact, it
say.
needs to
agree.
be a
You can
competition because Elite
listen.
Merchant going crazy.
Exactly. You can say whatever you want as long as it's not disparagingly like personal to the wrestlers or Tony Khan
Mhm.
or anybody in the creative team. You could say whatever you want. But
Yeah.
as long as it's not about Tony Khan and it's not about like personal shit with the wrestlers, you can say whatever you want about last night's Dynamite because I don't blame you. $2. What did last night even achieve? Hashtag waste of time.
2 hours of
Nothing.
content. That
Nothing.
was about it.
Literally nothing.
Like the
Literally
best thing on the
I
show was a 30-second backstage segment. Like that's kind of what sums the whole thing up.
Shit, I fucking enjoyed MJF's promo after knocking out Jeff Jarrett more than I enjoyed anything the Death Riders did last night. And
yes.
and y'all know
Mm-hmm.
I disliked the MJF Jarrett storyline, and I still liked what MJF did more than anything the Death Riders did last night because that's how god awful the Death Riders are right now. I tweeted it out. The Death Riders like current like tight grip on whatever the plot is with this storyline going on that's usurping this entire promotion is actively killing each TV show that they showed up on. Notice how we got a TV show with no Death Riders and it was the best show they've done in a month across both shows.
Yeah. And there are actively like enjoyable things to see on the programming. It's just when the absolute main thing is taking up so much time and killing so many of the vibes on the show on every given week. Like I was like, cool, they get the Jeff Jarrett and Claudio thing out the way. Then that stunk. And then Jay White and Wheeler Yuta wrestled for an eternity for no reason whatsoever, like they just wrestled for the first time and decided to have a practice match in front of a live crowd. Oh my god, why is this on the TV? Get it off my TV. I don't see 30,000 run-ins, and it's going to be the same thing next week, and the next week, and the next week, and the next week, and you're going to do this for another several months.
Bro, it's just like it's awful. It's awful television. And then I gotta sit here and listen to John Moxley sit here in an interview and be like, "Do you know what it's like to be world champion? Do you know what it's like to be a world champion?" Asking his own wife, that's never wrestled before, by the way. Do you know what it's like to be world champion? None of you know what it's like to be world champion. None of you have had the bear what it means to bear being world champion. He just goes, why does anybody deserve to see the AEW World Championship? The AEW World Championship is not a toy to be presented, to be paraded around, to be shown off. He said, matter of fact, fuck it, I'm the champion. I am the AEW World Championship. Like, what are you talking about? That shit, I crashed out in the voice note last night, but like, that's the shit that made me crash out in the voice note last night. It was just like, what, nigga, what are you talking about?
It's like, bro, like you're asking your own wife. You know it feels like to be world champion. Like she's only seen you and be AEW world champion 4 times now. I think she gets the picture.
Bro, and then it's like, people got mad at me. That's another thing people started saying I don't like AEW over the weekend. Is is I tweeted out NXT is going to the same building that AEW was going in for what was it? I almost called it the Capital Carnage. That shit was
Maximum
called
Carnage.
Maximum Carnage,
Yeah.
Maximum Fuckery, whatever the fuck it was fucking called. And they're going in the same building for as Maximum Carnage. And I quote tweeted and I said this. I said, and no, for the AEW fans that proceeded to yell at me and scream at me and show me screenshots, selling out the building doesn't mean that there's people on the hard cam side and there's people on the other side and there's people by the staging area and people behind the commentary and that's it, right? Selling out. Then WWE doesn't do this either because they keep lying to y'all. So I'm not defending WWE either. Selling out means the entire building doesn't have a spot left. There's no spots for anybody to sit left in the entire building. That's what selling out means. WWE has never done that with WrestleMania. They keep lying to y'all. That's what sold out means. You know who did do it though? AEW in 2022 and was that 2022? No, 2021. The first Arthur Ashe show. That's selling it out. All 22,000 seats were filled. That's selling out the building. I said, yo, if NXT does it way better, which means they fill every single seat in that arena, then a developmental show should not be selling out more than the current world champion. It shouldn't be.
In a venue that was built around him defending the belt in his own city.
Bro,
Yes.
Marcus, mind you, a developmental show with Eddie Thorpe on it.
Eddie Thorpe!
With Eddie Thorpe wrestling on it every
Eddie
week.
Thorpe!
Should not be selling out the building that the hometown, and that's another thing. Oh, he's the world champion. That's his hometown. And even his own hometown, before they announced the Kenny match. Remember, they were at like 500 people in the building before the Kenny match got announced. His own hometown was like, yo, we don't want to come see this shit. But I'm a grifter, guys. I don't like AEW. I want it to die. So, and I don't even care about, and I said it last night, I don't even care about ratings. I don't care about attendance. I don't care about none of that. But it's starting to get a little bit concerning. unless I got agendas to push, which we're going to talk about Cody Rhodes and ratings a different time.
We'll get to that. We will get to that. Don't worry.
We'll get to that. we'll, like Hassan Campbell said, we'll get to that. Danny Kwong, $5. Might be too early to do this in the story, but imagine next to Hurt Syndicate are beating up Swerve and then Hangman's music plays.
That's not going to happen this early, but Swerve and Hangman are absolutely beating them for the belts.
Yo, that would be so fucking fire, bro. That would be so fire.
I don't know about now, but when it does happen, I'm there for it.
Mm-hmm.
If Hangman wants to do a humiliation ritual on Swerve, or actually wants to link up, I'm fine either way because it'll be good television because Hangman's just that good and Swerve is that cool. So why not?
Bro,
listen, I wanted Hangman to stay heel, but if this is what they're going to be doing, I ain't going to hate it. Also, yes, that was my dog barking in his sleep in the background. Sorry about that.
Yeah, like back to what you saying real quick, Charlie. Like, would I like the heel turn to remain? Sure. Like, I think we can probably say that. But like, I'll say for right now, they're going about him going back babyface in probably the best way they possibly could. So I'll give it patience for now.
Yeah. As long as Hangman's a main character, I'll take it.
So be it. Besides, the scene right now, as it is, the Death Fire shit is like suffocating everybody. So whatever.
That's it's crazy. What's fucking crazy. I'll accept anything. I'll accept that. Literally next week for like the entire first hour. Shit, an hour and a half of Dynamite. If y'all could somehow get that segment hour and a half, I would accept more of that than any Death Rider segment past 2 minutes. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I know I'm talking a lot about the Death Riders, but they were on the show every 5 fucking minutes. So what else is there
You
to
just
talk
wouldn't leave
about?
us alone.
What else is there to talk
Like,
about?
this is harassment.
I sat there and I like really. That's another thing that upsets me about this, bro. That made me crash out last night on Twitch. I said it last night. I like all the people involved. I like Claudio. I like Mox. I like Jay White. I like Wheeler Yuta to a point. I like um the fuck is the other nigga's name? Pac. Pac is
Yeah.
what's upsetting Pac
The
Pac is
other
what
nigga name.
Pac is what's upsetting me the most. Because Pac just if Pac was sitting here doing poison ranas and stuff, I'd be like, okay, fine. Pac just completely forgot how to wrestle like Pac. Apparently, Pac forgot how to wrestle.
Makes me very sad because I watch those matches and I watch what he's doing in here. And every time I see him, I say to myself, "Bro, I don't want to win like this. I don't. I want Pac in the main event scene so bad for the first time since 2019. He's in the top story in the company, but like this, why?
I know. It fucking sucks that he's just wrestling in this nerfed way. It's like, bro, you are Pac. What are you doing?
It's like it's actually making this whole faction worse when they're not wrestling like killers. Like you need help to.
Yes.
We'll get to that part, but goddamn, why?
I mean, no, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I mean, I know we don't have all the time in the world because of relight the fuse, but yo, you can say whatever. I mean, we got like an hour and some change before that. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I'm not about to sit here and like I'm not about to sit here and make y'all like state like there's you can talk about whatever topic you want to talk about at any time. I don't give a fuck because as long as it's not anything about this shit show, then about the shit show.
Oh,
Speaking of about the shit show, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to fucking say. I'm sitting here watching. I'm sitting here, and you know what? You know what the problem is? This is what the problem is. And when I talk about like too much Death Riders, I'm sitting here. I already don't want to watch Jeff Jarrett versus Claudio Castagnoli. I made that clear last week.
brother.
And then Wheeler Yuta comes out, and then he sits there. And then after Wheeler, I don't know if this was before or after, immediately after, and then they send Wheeler Yuta back so he can make another entrance to wrestle Jay White.
It's like they've done this before where you have that interference and then you dovetail it into the match that was scheduled right after that and you just go from there. Why did they do it there? It would have made a lot more sense. Like, why?
Shit, but at least they gave, I mean, fuck. I'm thanking them for that because at least they gave us a break.
Yeah, at least they gave us a break, but like still, logically, it just made no sense to just have that happen.
Bro, and oh my god, that's literally the worst
brother.
part. That's literally the worst part. It's literally the worst part. And like they're turning me, bro.
Castagnoli needs fucking 4 bits of interference to win a match, you know.
The match was bad as it was because he couldn't slow down for his old ass.
Do you know how bad this is hurting me? I love Jeff Jarrett, and y'all are turning me into Chuck over this storyline. Y'all are making me despise Jeff Jarrett with this storyline. Why does that's the part that pissed me off. That's the part that made me mad. Why does Claudio need a chair? I watched Claudio destroy a man that is 20 years younger. He may be smaller than Jeff Jarrett, but he's 20 years younger and more mobile than Jeff Jarrett, and I watched him dissect. I watched Claudio dissect Ricochet. I watched Claudio dissect Darby Allin. I watched him dissect all these guys. But he couldn't dissect Jeff Jarrett at 50-something years old?
But AEW is a version of doing squash matches when they actually make real logical sense is like the funniest thing they ever do. Because right then and there, you could just kill them in 2 or 3 minutes and call it a day. Thank you for your service, Jeffrey. Now get the fuck off my screen. But you had him going and going and going. Claudio clearly was slowing down for his old ass because he couldn't keep up with anything he tried to do. And then you had the interference spots. Like, why did John Moxley need to hit him with a Death Rider for him to win? And then why did he need to hit 3 Death Riders? Which on the last Death Rider, he didn't even fucking take correctly because of course his carny ass didn't. And then we just dumped it. MJF being on this show didn't piss me off as much as this because he actually wasted my fucking time talking for 20 minutes. He talked for 5 minutes max in between a backstage promo and like less than a minute of what he said to Jeff Jarrett after he laid him out after that match. That was much more effective than having Jeff Jarrett have an extended match with Claudio for no reason whatsoever, and he needs to be protected. Why do so many people in AEW need to be protected? You are
They
not.
don't.
So
You're
fucking
not Kenny
stupid.
Omega.
It's
You're not
so
Hangman.
stupid.
You don't need protection.
How many
Grow
people
up,
have they,
brother.
bro? How many fucking people have they protected in like the
Too many.
last week,
Too fucking many.
bro? Like what? So wait, you're telling me, right? Wait, no, because fucking. So Jeff Jarrett gets protection, but Pac doesn't.
Like, why? Just why?
Jeff Jarrett gets
Oh, guys, he's
protection.
a legend.
Is he though?
He's Double J. Why should he have to take a clean pin? This is what drives me fucking nuts, and why I've been bitching about Jeff Jarrett on TV for so long now. But
Like
Bro.
there is a real
No.
usage for him in some ways, but extended match where he gets real protection, he doesn't even take the damn finisher correctly, and being in like the cusp of the world title chase. We know he's not winning it. That's not the point. We know he's not going to actually win the damn thing. But the thought of it, and you promoting he wins, he gets a championship match when there's other people you could extend this to. There's other talented people on this roster you could extend this to. And some dumbass online talk say, "Oh, they kind of need to expose it." Well, this is how you lose messages. No, nigga, this is not 2019, and Jeff Jarrett
It's
is not a
not.
legend. Jeff
It's
Jarrett is not
not.
Sting, and they
It's
use
not.
Sting far better than this. They use him in pockets. They let him do his stuff. They let him just hang out with Darby, but it was for Darby. It wasn't Jeff Jarrett trying to carny his way into a glory last chance chase because he got too much dip on his chip watching the Daniels and stuff happen. And we gave him way too much credit for the damn Owen Hart promo. Love the promo. It was moving. But just leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Bro,
Enough
it's
is enough.
the problem is they think like once we enjoy something, we want to see like a lot of it, and that's not like, and like in some cases that's true, but in cases like this, that's not true. People were actively complaining when Hangman was. How do you watch people actively complain when Hangman is feuding with Jeff Jarrett, and then sit here and be like, we should make Jeff Jarrett feud with more young people that people want to watch. No, well then no, except no, this time they sat there and said, you know what we should do? We should have Jeff Jarrett feud with people that they don't like. So that'll make them enjoy Jeff Jarrett a lot more. No, that's not going to help anything.
And the worst part is there is a real way to actually use it because the Hangman thing was whatever because you could have dovetailed it from what they did in the Owen and just have Hangman murder him. But no, they did a fucking lumberjack comedy match in Arthur Ashe because they couldn't do the damn death match there. So you say, you know what? Let's do a strap match. But let's put some lumberjacks in it. Let's go full Mid South, even though we didn't actually watch Mid South.
My thing is, Jeff Jarrett retirement tour is fine, right? If he's not trying to go for the world title, when there's other people that people want to see go for the world title, that's the problem. We're asking for to see other people go for the world title, and Jeff Jarrett's trying to have his retirement tour, which is fine, but like, why is he going for the world title? what? Why does his retirement tour have to involve a championship period? There's at least the difference is with Cena. Cena's retirement tour is about. It doesn't even. He literally came out and said, "I don't really care about the title." To be kind of honest with you, he said, "I mean, if I win the title, cool. If I don't win the title, cool. But I'm not really trying to
win
go
the
for the
damn
world
thing
title."
for real. I only want to win it.
He's like, "Yeah, bro. Number 17 doesn't really mean that much to me." And Sting wasn't trying to win the world title. Sting ended his retire. If he ended his retirement tour with the tag titles, and trying to, which it will be, would it be dick riding? Yes, it will be dick riding. But who cares? it would be dick riding, but who cares? Or end your reign with trios titles or something of the along those lines. But like involving yourself in the main event scene when nobody wants to see you in it, it's not
why have we
it's not
got
fair
to
to
end it
anybody.
with a title at all? We are done with glory runs in AEW, especially because
Exactly.
it never
Yeah,
fucking works.
You can just simply be
Muno!
about, I'm on my way out. I want to have
Bro,
this match, this match, this match, and after that, I'm done. No
bro,
cows involved. Just get me to the end of my
Muto
contract.
had his entire title, like his entire retirement tour. I don't think he went for the GHC title or the IWGP title once. He did a bunch of tags. He just did a bunch of tags, and he did a bunch of like a couple singles matches as Muda, and which were spectacles, and that was it. He didn't try to go for no belts because he knew he was like, yo, I'm fucking fried, my nigga. I don't need to be going for nobody's belt. Black Yakuza
Shout
94
out
5.
Chris Daniels for going out the right way.
Exactly. Chris
Yes.
Daniels, another
Yes.
one. Chris Daniels didn't even have a retirement tour. Chris Daniels said, "I'd rather you just murder me and get it over with, bro. I'm not trying to." People are already saying they don't want to see a longer feud out of this, and I don't really want a longer feud out of this. Just murder me and I'll go, bro.
And none of y'all would have known that if you weren't following Fightful and saw Sean tweet. This is probably his last match, guys. Like days before the show. If you weren't online and didn't know that, you would not have known that he was retiring. That's the
Exactly.
right way to do it. And he actually used it in a way to further whatever Hangman got going on, and got the fuck out the way.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
What's up,
Black
boys?
Yakuza. This is another thing. Black Yakuza $5. We used to hold AEW to such a high standard, and now people are defending it like defending mid like 2020, 2010s WWE. Well, 2020 WWE too, because they were doing that in 2020 and 2021 too. But and the game might be gone. I'm afraid, bro. It's been like this for months.
Game's been gone.
We crashed out about this for 45 minutes on the Raw review a month ago. We crashed out about that. I think it was like towards the end of the year. It might have been towards the end of the year. It might have been at the beginning of this year. I don't remember. But I remember there was a Raw review episode that we just like for 45 minutes. We were like, yo, what is going on with AEW and why are they doing so much dumb fucking shit? And it's just like,
I crashed out about this on the build to All In 2023 because of the product was shit. And
bro,
people just didn't get it.
Like, we actively watched those Dynamites in real time, like on here,
Yes.
and crashed out about it then.
yo, and I know you're a billionaire, and like it doesn't really matter to you like that, bro. Like I'm not saying it doesn't really matter personally, but like you might not like if to people like who are fans of him, like for me saying this, like it might not matter to y'all because he's a billionaire or whatever. Y'all might think he doesn't care, but he cares. Do you want to keep losing to DPW, nigga? You like losing to DPW? Because you might, and the Observer Awards haven't even come out. You might be voted less than the Observer this year, and I haven't even seen the ballots. But do you like being voted less than DPW, my nigga? DPW doesn't even have his roster is contained of fucking TNA wrestlers. TNA wrestlers. And they're getting TNA wrestlers, bro, and they're getting and violence is fucking forever. And it's comprised of TNA and GCW wrestlers. Oh my god, what a death cocktail concoction of fucking wrestlers to be contained of, and they're still beating you.
Like Serena is literally going around Japan saying, "Hey, can I win that world title? Can I win that world title? Hey, for my Serenism show, can I work Shuri? Let me work Big Hosh. Let me work with everybody y'all got." And all the promotions in Japan are like, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can."
Mm-hmm.
And she's putting on the best shows of the entire year. And she's about to do it again.
Bro, the thing is, and then another thing, you're fucking these are and I'm no disrespect. I love all three of these guys. I've watched them since I was a kid. Their YouTube stuff. So I love all three of these guys. They have a quarter, maybe more than a quarter, might be more than a quarter, a little bit. They have a quarter of your fucking budget, if a quarter. And people are still enjoying their product more than they're enjoying yours. And you have the way better roster. We've said it for 3 years at this point. You have the greatest roster of all time. The greatest concoction of wrestlers on one roster at all time. I don't think people would ever have seen a future where you saw Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland. Well, Swerve wasn't really that big at that point, but Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay on the same roster. That's just the half of it. That's literally just that. That's all that is. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay are on the same fucking roster, and we're sitting here complaining about Dynamite being bad. It's ridiculous.
Like, it doesn't even have to be a show where it's like, okay, it could be a plot furthering show. It doesn't have to be all that crazy. But guys, this was actively horrendous. This wasn't
Kenny
Dynamite
Omega.
that was like fucking okay. There's not a lot on it, but the actual content was good and actually furthered stuff. No, this furthered absolutely nothing.
Bro,
Nothing.
they have Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Samoa Joe. I'll even throw Swerve in there, even though Swerve wasn't really like one of the most popular wrestlers of the 2010s. He kind of got popular in the 2020s. I'm still include him in there. Who else can y'all think of? A really popular wrestler that's like great on this roster. That's on the roster.
Hangman Page,
Okada,
Hangman,
Hangman,
Okada.
Mercedes.
Mercedes. That's yo. We'll get to the women when we get to the women. We will get to the women. Don't worry. Mercedes. Who else? Who
They
else?
said they got Lee fucking Willow.
Willow.
Willow Nightingale, yeah.
Statlander.
Chris Statlander.
I'm talking about like
Bro.
pop, like 20-year vets that are the greatest. Danielson's technically still on the roster.
Athena is a good show.
Athena.
Not that they fucking use her on AEW.
I would say John Moxley, but he's lost his fucking mind, sadly.
John
Mark Briscoe's on this
Bobby
roster.
Lashley.
No,
Bobby
yo,
Lashley,
Shelton
Benjamin.
Shelton
no,
Benjamin.
Whoa. First of all, Marcus, stop dead naming him. His name is Dean Paquette.
My apologies, Paquette. My apologies.
Who else? I'm trying to think of other people. No, I'll even include Mox. Fuck it. I'll give Mox his flowers. He was one of the most popular. You have Mox, Claudio, Pac, who's better than a lot of niggas in WWE right now. Shelton Benjamin, Bobby. You stole Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. At least you're using them somewhat correctly. MVP.
Orange Cassidy, bro. Darby Allin. Like, there is so many good
You have
wrestlers.
so many of the greatest collection of wrestlers of the last 20 years on this roster. I'll even throw Edge in there, even though he's doing some shit I don't really like. FTR, you have the Revival in there. Even though I don't really like a lot of the shit they do. The Young Bucks.
We're actually
there's
struggling
no
to name
reason
people.
why the Young Bucks are enjoying being in Japan and winning IWGP Tag Gold more than they're enjoying being on your fucking TV program. Why? Why? Is this not ridiculous? Is this not ridiculous to nobody? That's why I said in the
Someone replied to me the other day. When I quote tweeted the Dynamite graphic before the show started. I was just like, damn. And someone replied, was just like, oh, well, you can't have the big stars on every week. Yes, you can. That is literally your job. That is literally your job to put together cards with the biggest stars.
Nigga, Stone Cold and Stone Cold and The Rock were on TV every week. And they were if they weren't wrestling in some capacity, they were participating in some capacity. But everything they did every week, you remembered it.
When you went to work the next day and you was by the water cooler, you talked about, hey, y'all see Stone Cold the Zamboni? Y'all saw him with the beer truck? Y'all saw him stunt Vince for the first time? Like, y'all see him fight Mike Tyson? Yo, like, and we're not doing that in AEW. Like, there's way too many talented people for a core set of them to not be doing something every single week.
Bro,
this whole rotate in, rotate out thing was cool when you had like 5 people. You have way too many people on this roster to be doing that and consistently having a coherent show. You have to have a real set of stars, a real set of wrestlers, a real cast, and then your supporting cast. Like every other good TV show worth its salt.
Bro, when Austin and Rock were doing shit on TV, shit, I'll even go as far as to say we'll go further into the 2000s. Triple H wasn't doing the best shit on TV, but people that were growing up during that era can attest to this. They were still talking about shit Triple H was doing in school the next day, or in the general consensus of life the next day. Who else? The shit that they were doing on SmackDown on UPN. The shit, I'll even go 15 years ago, late 2000s, with Cena and Orton. We used to talk about that shit before it got obvious that it was fake. We used to talk about that shit every day every Tuesday the next day afterward at school. And it's just like now the point is, and I know we're talking about WWE, and I could even go 3 years ago. You'd be proud to talk about AEW the night afterward. You'd be proud to talk about. I can't be proud of talking about this with nobody and that doesn't watch or watches the next day. I'm not proud to talk about this. If I didn't have this to do, I would have never even I would have stopped watching if I didn't have this to do.
It hurts me because nigga, I went to every damn show in the pandemic and on more than I probably would like to admit. Like, and I went to Collision on Saturday and I loved it. It was a great show. I'm not talking about it like this. I don't like doing this. But when you put on slop, expect to get talked about like your slop. Even if you have good things on here. even if I enjoyed Ricochet, AR Fox, and the Swerve angle afterwards, even if I did enjoy Ospreay and Brian Cage, even if I did enjoy Yuka and Mercedes, even though you did the Brian Alvarez special right before the damn main event.
Brother.
But hey, man,
I'm legitimately angry at what they did before that main event.
Like, y'all really listen to Brian fucking Alvarez, who doesn't watch wrestling at all, and say, you know what? This is the AEW thing where, like, they listen to criticism from people who don't watch the shows or don't watch anything in full and be like, you know what? Let's just overcorrect it for no reason at all and sacrifice a good 10 minutes of our TV just to appease that one man that's going to have a show on Thursday on the Observer Radio that hates wrestling in general right now and doesn't pay attention to anything. See,
Also,
you got your recaps.
That's another thing. Y'all gotta stop going to these bumfuck towns that nobody gives a fuck about. I'm sorry. I stop going to Huntsville, Alabama. Yo, I wouldn't even care if y'all spammed Texas like y'all used to. Remember in 2022 when they kept spamming Texas over and over? At least the Texas crowd gave somewhat of a fuck about what was going on. Huntsville, Alabama, y'all keep going to these places, guys. Guys, you have to understand. These places that you're going to, they love WWE. They don't care about professional wrestling. They care about sports entertainment. They don't give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about. They. Do you know what they want to do? When Jey Uso's music hits, they want to yeet and do this shit all the entire time. They don't want to sit here and watch 15-minute fucking matches. So stop going to these towns that had Kenny Omega return in Clarksville.
Clarksville, Tennessee. That's not a real place.
Bro,
his first return
not
to
Memphis,
Virginia too.
Not Memphis, Marcus, not Nashville, Charlie. At least those places are somewhat mainstream. No, we're gonna go to the least known town in Tennessee, and that's where we're gonna have Kenny Omega come back.
It's like hell. Even Knoxville has the University of Tennessee in it. You went with the Clarksville.
Oh my God. It's just not a real place.
Y'all went to like
Rob's over it.
These are not real places. Coach Herb, this is not a real place. No one lives in Huntsville, Alabama. Y'all went to Huntsville because y'all did that one thing with MJF and Cody 4 or 5 years ago, and you decided not to let it go out the rotation. But guys, let it go. Go somewhere else. Go to the Carolinas or something for all I care if you go explore the South. Or go to Memphis and find a smaller venue there. Or just outside of Memphis. Like, we don't need to go to fucking Clarksville. We need to go to Huntsville. Like, what are you doing? I'm not going to Clan Country.
I don't get it.
Like, we're in Clan Country.
Well, I just didn't they hire someone to like fix this?
Yeah, he sucks.
Like, how do you see the trends in your TVs and that, and like your sell-ins and your like attendances, I guess, and still go to these bumfuck nowhere towns that clearly do not give a fuck about the actual wrestling?
They're better off staying with who they had before at this rate.
Genuinely,
he kept booking the right places and he kept booking like the wrong places back to back. But then at least people live in those damn states most of the time, or in those cities in those states. No one lives in Huntsville, Alabama.
It's so stupid. I genuinely don't understand the thought to it. And I do appreciate that they're running smaller and more unique venues. That's cool. But running them in the middle of nowhere does not help anyone because you're still not going to fill them up. You need to be running them in hot cities.
Or at least in areas, because it's like an hour away from people if you're in Huntsville, if you're in a major city in the state of Alabama, or if you were like a surrounding state. Who's driving to Huntsville? Who? Chat, any of y'all from around there, from around them parts, driving to Huntsville, Alabama for anything, let alone a wrestling TV show? Any of y'all?
On a Wednesday?
I know, got work. Kids probably got school. If they have early release that day, you know, like, what are we doing? At least those little small towns in Texas were really, really loud and rowdy, and they actually booked the correct people for those, and people with familiarity, and you had more lucha influence on them, which is great. Do that, use that. But here, Huntsville.
Right, I want to talk about this because I get what you're saying. How do you expect them to build rapport in those areas? By booking good TV first. By having a consistent product and building faith in the fans so they can go to these places and actually know that people are going to turn up. The TV has not been good consistently for 3 years. So people aren't going to turn up to these TVs because they're not going to be a good product to go see live. And last night was a clear example of that. Most of the show was bad. There was like 2 good matches on it. But people still go to the pay-per-views because they know the pay-per-views are going to hit. And the pay-per-views are in places people actually want to travel to. It just...
It's like Revolution's Los Angeles at the fucking the Lakers arena. That shit's probably going to do over 10,000 because there's trust. And everyone knows the pay-per-views are going to be great. That's never the problem in AEW. That'll never be a problem in AEW unless like something catastrophic happens.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Next week they're going to Atlanta.
They always do well for the pay-per-views.
Yeah, they're going to Atlanta next week. That's probably going to do well because you booked it around the best thing on the show, Ricochet Swerve, and you booked it 3 weeks in advance.
Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't think people saying that, oh, they're a young company still is valid at this point. You're 5 years into the game. Like, your touring pattern is like the minimum that you should have down, in my opinion. Like, yeah, change it up, do whatever, but knowing what cities you do appeal to and where you're going to sell well is like minimum something you should know by now. And also, being able to book a consistent TV product would be lovely. I can hear myself. Rob, you've got a mad echo, bro.
What did I miss? What's going on?
I was bitching.
Damn.
Wait, what
Rob,
happened?
your echo, bro.
Oh, sorry. I had to turn my headphones off.
It's all good. No, I was talking about the fact that AEW running smaller venues is all well and good. If they were actually going to like places people would turn up, and cities that aren't like in the middle of nowhere.
Bro, one of the best crowds they be having, the UNO Lakefront down here in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best crowds, and it's a small arena. Go to but you know why they're getting a good? Because New Orleans loves wrestling. They're not a WWE city. They've had ECW come here, TNA come here. They don't just love WWE shit. They love wrestling. There. Exactly. NXT was here. NXT was more wrestling than it was sports.
Yeah, takeover there. Yeah.
Exactly. They keep going to all these places that love WWE. Stop going to Indiana. That's why FTR and GYV went out there and had a fucking stinker in Indiana because they looked at each other. They said, "We're in Indiana, bro. We are in Indiana. Why should we work this hard?"
If you're gonna go to these
Indiana, bro. Wait. My thing is, I don't mean to cut you off, Marcus, but they don't even love WWE in Indiana. Because I remember, because they tried to do pro wrestling on SmackDown in front of Indiana. They tried to run Dragon Lee versus Axiom, and they were doing cool lucha spots, and nobody cared. They did a Destroyer, and nobody cared.
Jesus.
So
it's like, fam, like if you're gonna go to these like flower states or like states that aren't like necessarily known for having these populations, go to the center of the population at least.
Exactly.
Go to Birmingham if you're gonna go to Alabama. Go to Mobile.
No, bro, we got to go to Huntsville, and we got to go to Clarksville, and we got to go to fucking. They're gonna come back to Louisiana, but they're not going to New Orleans. They're going to fucking Monroe, or they're going to fucking Shreveport. They're not going to fucking.
I'm going to Shreveport for. Or go to Baton Rouge if you're gonna not go to New Orleans. Do any of those.
They're gonna go to Texas, and they're gonna go to fucking Victoria.
Jesus.
Who cares? Elite Merchant $2. Make AEW great again. Hashtag impeach Anthony. Hashtag we done with TK. Listen, man, from a booking standpoint, if it's gonna keep being like this, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I can't like do this. I can do this. Like I'm gonna keep doing the show, obviously, but I can't do this every week, bro. I can't sit here. It's hurting me to sit here and be like, yo,
we're literally just not going to talk about AEW anymore. The podcast is going to turn into something else.
It's going to turn into the podcast about nothing.
Exactly. We're going to go full cycle with it. Just say screw it. Matter of fact, who going to play Cosmo? Who going to play Jerry? What We got you not down for a lane, Chuck. At this point, we got you booked down for it. Y'all know the roles. Listen, if it's gonna be like this, fuck it.
Oh, we're doing a weekly review of the gigs I go to. Neck Deep was awesome.
Bro,
Yeah, don't bring
I
reference.
bet that was a lot better than whatever that shit was.
No problem.
Bro, Neck Deep fucking ruled live. And the Wonder Years opened for them. It was one of the best gigs I've ever been to. And it was a cool venue as well. Listen, stop saying pause because the name of the band is Neck Deep. Grow up.
Yeah, we doing my thing. Besides, I got y'all made because I'm going to the Kendrick concert in Charlotte, so I got y'all for content right there.
Nice.
And my cousin's wedding's in Charlotte that week, so yeah. Open bar, baby.
Adam Legend, $5. Shout out to Rob for manipulating Twitter's negativity-based algorithm to get Lee Moriarty to push the he deserves. Hashtag Shane Taylor promotions hashtag Tiger style. Nah, he's pretty bad, and he should be pushed down. He should be pushed down the card. Amari 316, $5. Even if Rob is wrong because I don't have a dog in this fight, who cares, bro? Y'all are getting this defensive over a mid carder who's barely on TV. A lower mid carder holding the pure championship, the most boring championship in Ring of Honor, by the way. And then that's another thing. I'm not gonna like crash because I'm pretty much done crashing out about it. Like I don't really like. I'm just like normal now because like a lot of the shit that like us progressing and me talking about it more and more. Y'all kept bringing up more shit. It kept making me more and more angry. But I'm chilling now. Like the thing is, who cares? That's the basic point of what I'm trying to say. Like, and bro, that's another thing with the Daniel Garcia TNT title situation. Is Daniel Garcia gonna have a feud for this belt?
No.
He's had the belt since Full Gear. It's been It's about to be 3 months. Excuse me. It's about to be 3 whole months since this, and all we've gotten is random match graphics, and him in the C2, and him in the Gauntlet, and we've had nothing else. Nobody else has sat there and said, "Yo, I want the TNT title." They started it with Shelton and during the C2, and then they were just like, we'll give you all the tag titles, and completely pivoted away from it. And they're doing all the unnecessary. The funny part about what's going on right now, they're doing all the unnecessary pivots. When they should be pivoting away from what they got going on with the Death Riders, they're sitting here pivoting away from the tag titles. Like that's any level. And I'm not saying the tag titles aren't important, but they're sitting here worried about the tag champions not being over. I wonder whose fault that is. And more than they're fucking worried about, yo, we should actually come up with something interesting for Danny to do while he has the TNT title. Because what's going to happen, they're going to end up a year later, we're going to talk about this title reign, and it's going to be their fault that people are like, not going to lie, but did anybody else feel like Daniel Garcia's title reign was underwhelming? And that's going to be y'all's fault. That's going to be y'all's fault.
Right. When Darby Allin had that belt, he was doing fucking open challenges every week, and he got some really sick matches out of that. Why is Danny not allowed to do the same?
Like, you can do the random match thing, but like have something in like an actual feud off the back of it, or have one in the background. Because like the Sheldon thing was cool, and you haven't going to C2. You dropped the match to Briscoe, dropped the match to Sheldon. You did the Briscoe match immediately after C2 was over. Cool, that's good. But like you didn't have to pivot away from Sheldon going after him. I'm fine with winning tag titles, but you didn't have to pivot away from the wholesale.
Yeah,
like, you pivot away from the things you don't have to pivot away from. Like you see, you do agree you need to pivot, but you pivot off the wrong things.
Bro,
this is a prioritization problem when it comes to pretty much everything they do.
Bro, speaking of that, did you see the collision card? As Lee Merchant just mentioned.
Hey man,
I saw the TNT title match. I don't know what the rest of it is.
And the learning tree.
Let me see.
All right, bro. Rumble on.
They're doing the learning tree versus
that tag team.
The Outrunners. Yeah, the Outrunners, and then they're doing something else.
Tony's on there. Yeah, TT 3-way. Max Caster Open Challenge, which honestly I don't even care because like that's just a vehicle when he gets ass kicked every week, which is fine. But still.
Then I see niggas talking about, oh yeah, niggas are mad, but some people had the match of the night and in front of nobody because nobody stayed to watch Collision because they found out the card. So they really had match of the night in front of nobody. And yeah, have people wrestled in front of? Is wrestling in front of nobody an insult? No, I'm not trying to insult the independent scene. I'm just saying, like that's where we're at. That there should be nobody in the building. Is what I'm trying to say. Ellie $5, bro. I'm not defending Rob. I'm not defending Rob anymore. How the fuck you got Lee Moriarty shooters in my mentions fighting tooth and nail for this pile of 2.5 out of 5 stars? I'm not gonna go 2.5. Is kind of mean. I'm not gonna go 2.5.
That is a little obscene, but hey, I'm just gonna say it like this. This is what happens when you know us. You're gonna have to grab that AR and start shooting for it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to hop up out that van and shoot. It is what it is, fam.
You're just gonna have to listen. Just do what I do. I just tweet y'all so mad or something along those lines and then mute the conversation.
Yeah.
I just don't read replies to my tweets. I don't get notifications from anyone that is not my mutuals, by the way. If I don't look at the replies of a tweet, I ain't got a clue what people are saying.
I answer. I don't give a fuck. I just be answering because I don't give a shit. You found my page where I post my opinions on stuff. You didn't have to answer. You could just scrolled and moved on by today and played cricket or some shit. I don't know where the fuck you do.
She said, bro, I had people accusing me of being wrestle peers. Bro, my thing is, and I said this like last night. I mean, not last night. I said this earlier on Twitter. I said this. We were talking to Monty before the show. I was like, yo, why do y'all like? Whenever we say something y'all don't like, why do y'all like? Wrestle purists again. Like, Monty doesn't agree. One, it's like y'all act like there's a bulletin or a mandate that goes out every month from Monty in like some Discord or a group chat where he's like, okay, y'all are gonna say this random thing, have this random opinion, have this opinion, and cause discourse every single month for these opinions. We don't. We just have our own opinions, and because people get mad at our opinions, then they come on here and cry about it.
But, bro, we're not a monolith. We don't agree on everything. Hell, Robert Burton, I don't even agree with him on some stuff. Ain't that much, but it's still there. Like, we are our own people. Monty is not our daddy, bro. He's not dear leader. Hell, I don't even talk to Monty like that for real. Shout out Monty, by the way. Thanks for the paycheck. But anyway, point is, we all have different opinions because we're all human beings that like different things about wrestling or have different views on the same thing about wrestling. There are very many wrestlers out there that everyone on this entire platform unanimously agrees is awesome or unanimously agrees is bad. And by the way, if they say in 1930 slurs, they talking about you got wrestle peers, we gonna get you. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna find the jeweler. We're gonna get you a chain like them old 1017 Brick Squad joints from like 2010. We gonna rep the set. It is what it is. We got you. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Yeah. We argue about shit on, like, if someone's accusing Russell Pierce of all having the same copy-paste opinions, they've clearly never watched any of the shows because we argue on a weekly basis about things.
So. You only watch this show. I bully chart every week.
Yes.
It's annoying.
2020, late 2023, early 2024, I couldn't be on any podcast without getting called out for David Finlay. Now look at everyone. Like, this is what...
We all like David Finlay. Shit happens around here. And there was one podcast where she mentioned fucking Carly Mills and Brian Danielson. Now I almost blacked out.
I'll tell y'all right now. And I'll let y'all know right now. I say this all the time, and I always hold my word. Because I told Chuck on the podcast last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever the match happened with David Finlay, I gave her props, and I said, we didn't see it at the time because he was a shitter at the time, but we see it now. If Lee Moriarty changes my fucking mind and he becomes... because David Finlay is not a top 10 wrestler in the world by any means. But if he becomes a good wrestler, if he starts doing what he used to do that people used to enjoy and want him to be on TV for, right? Like the Danielson match, if he starts doing interesting shit and he becomes an interesting character and he becomes actually interesting, and he gets better where not everybody 90% of Twitter agrees, because I don't give a fuck about 90% of Twitter's opinions. But if he becomes somebody that I am interested in, I enjoy, and a better wrestler than I enjoy right now, I will come on this podcast, on this show, and I will formally apologize, and I will formally sit here and say I was wrong. But no, I wasn't wrong. I'm not gonna say I was wrong. I'm gonna say I was right. He needed to do something different. I'm not gonna admit to being wrong, but I'm gonna sit here and be like, I apologize, bro. I like you now. So, but for right now, I'm not gonna do that because I don't think he's good. So I
No,
don't care.
I didn't even admit that they were feeling being good publicly until like 2 weeks ago. So
Bro.
it is what it is.
See, the thing is, but that's another thing. People want to argue with people on Twitter all the time. I don't argue, bro. The only reason I responded to certain people is because I started thinking about it, and then that's another thing. If he's having such a great run in Ring of Honor, why are none of y'all tweeting about it? And yes, when a wrestler is doing stuff that you like, you have to tweet about it. Yes, I'm sorry. If Chuck was sitting here talking about half the Rev Pro niggas she likes, or half the fucking indie wrestlers that she likes, and she wasn't tweeting about none of them, I wouldn't value her fucking opinion about it. I wouldn't care about it. I wouldn't literally sit there and care because I wouldn't have no proof that she actually knows, one, has ever seen these people wrestle, or two, has ever seen them do anything of note. But she
I got
goes to these
receipts.
shows. Exactly. She goes to these shows and she posts videos literally all the time of her watching these people wrestle. You motherfuckers shooting for Lee Moriarty. I checked half of y'all accounts. Peach says she checked 5 of y'all accounts. And none of y'all has said shit about Lee Moriarty. So how am I supposed to believe from a nigga that's sitting here complaining in my replies that he's good if I check your account? You're telling me he's good, but you've never said something about it.
Exactly. Like at least try buying tickets for these niggas I ain't never heard of. At least she buying the merch of Pippi Longstock in the 16th. At least she's watching the match on the trains to fucking Wales or goddamn like wherever the hell else.
I do go to Wales. This is true.
Yeah,
Just because you like him, you don't have to tweet about it. No, you do. You have to.
them's the rules.
Them's the rules.
If Dom,
And bro,
nigga,
even when I'm not
go ahead.
tweeting all the time about a lot of like the indie and Brit Rest guys that I watch, go to my Instagram. You will see my highlight reels. There is all the proof you need that I am constantly at these shows. So,
Bro, she's posting like 7 stories a week at these shows.
mm-hmm. Catch me at Rev Pro this weekend in London.
Yeah, maybe not do that.
Bro, I'm just saying, y'all. That's the point. It's just like, yo, yes, you have to post about people you like. Yes. If how would people believe I thought LeBron James was the GOAT if I've never sat there and said on air LeBron James is the great? If I didn't have mad reposts on TikTok talking about LeBron James of LeBron edits and shit like that, Rob out here cavity searching people for league. Yes, nigga.
Hey, you got the glove on.
I'm not
glove
talking.
tight.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna make it weird and say cavity because you know how people be. Oh, he's talking about yada yada yada, but nigga, it's stop and frisk time, nigga. Exactly, it's stop and frisk time, nigga. Go up against the wall. Put your arms up like this against the wall, nigga. Spread them.
Put your hands behind your head. Interlock them fingers.
We searching you niggas. We gonna pat you. We doing pat downs. We patting you down for Lee Moriarty tweets, nigga.
And nigga, if we find that Tiger style mask, we will let you go.
If I find a tiger mask, listen. If I find a tiger style mask on you, then I won't change my opinion because you said something, but I'll value it because you know why? The nigga that put 900K on my head, I can't be 900K, not 900K. I would never get done like that.
That would be crazy if you got
that would be wild.
If a nigga put 900K on my head, I would nuke a nigga's account. But not no. But the nigga that put 900 likes, 1,000 likes on my head, I looked up on his account and he tweets about Moriarty. So hey, you cool, bro. You do your thing. You did your thing. Hey, but thanks for the Twitter check, nigga. But you did your thing. I can't be mad at you. But half of you niggas shooting in my quote tweets had no tweets about Lee Moriarty. None. How am I supposed to believe?
Don't even subscribe to Ring of Honor.
Yo, Chuck, 50 quote tweets on my head. I don't see 50 tweets about Lee Moriarty on a Thursday night when he wrestles. I see more
Brother,
quote tweets on my
these
head
people don't talk about Lee Moriarty unless
ever.
someone is criticizing Lee Moriarty.
Like favorite Lee Moriarty Proving Ground match? Like top 5 of those?
And nigga, if you say Serpentico, nigga,
Like I don't say Serpentico, nigga.
I swear to God, nigga, if you say Serpentico, the final boss, 2 pounds. Tony Khan has lost the plot.
He has lost the plot. This is true.
I can't even disagree and say he hasn't lost the plot because because we keep telling him what we don't want to see, and he keeps
puts more
doing
of it
what we
on
don't want to
TV.
see. Exactly. He says, "Yo, y'all don't like Death Riders content? Here go 2 more segments for y'all."
Like my nigga, you are 41 years old. I know what happened, niggas in your ears suck, but put your foot down, please.
Yo,
It's crazy.
put your foot down. No, I wouldn't even say put your foot down. I would listen to people who actually know what they're talking about. I would listen to people who've done successful storylines instead of people who haven't. I would listen to who wrote the Swerve and Hangman storyline more than the nigga that wrote the worst segment in Monday Night Raw history. R.D. Evans with the sister segment with Bobby
I would
Lashley.
actively look up the person who's actively doing the Swerve and Ricochet stuff right now, and who's doing the Hurt Syndicate stuff right now, whoever's involved in that, and 7 niggas that are out here doing Death Rider shit every single week. Beat down number 1,000. Beat down number 1,000. Hell, some of the niggas that allegedly are around the Don Callis family, even though I like them a lot, they don't need 10,000 beatdowns. They didn't need to put boost ass like that last night. Like, listen,
Bro,
there are people in your ear that do know what the fuck they're doing. Listen to them.
Bro, the thing is like that it's that, and then not even just that. Because I'm not like ranting about it, but it's not even just that. It's just like, dude, listen to us. Listen to us. Don't listen to the people that are sitting here saying it's not that bad, guys. It's really not that bad. No, it is that bad. It is that bad, and it needs to be fixed.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm tired of seeing 90% of the timeline being like, I'm not watching this anymore. Go ahead.
It's like, at this point, you know full well, or at least I hope you know full well, who's actually watching the show and is actually giving you real valid criticisms, and people who are just yelling at a cloud and straight up don't watch and just there to do content the next day. Like, you know who's watching. You
Bro,
know who's watching for it.
Bro, I like, Tony, I like when you have the ability to be like, thank y'all for watching Dynamite and posting Sopranos gifs. It's my favorite TV show of all time. I think it's the greatest TV show of all time. I like when you're able to post Sopranos gifs and be like, thank y'all for, and whip your cock out and be like, thank y'all for watching Dynamite and being like, thank you for watching the #1 ranked TV show. We don't even get #1 ranked TV show fucking tweets anymore because it's fucking ranking behind Wipeout now. Like, fuck.
Wipeout.
Wipeout's crazy.
Like,
Hey, bro.
bro, I'm not
Fucking
saying,
embarrassing.
and I'm not, I don't have no proof. Like, I didn't look at the rankings. Obviously, I'm exaggerating to make a point. But, bro, like, we don't even get #1 ranked tweets anymore. We don't even get thank you, bro. We gotta thank y'all for watching Collision tweet because you knew it was fire. So that's how we know.
Mhm.
This is how we know you know, nigga. It's how we know you know, and I see you. You know I see you. This is how we know you know. When you know you did some fire shit, you come on the timeline and start talking your shit. You post 20 Tony Soprano gifts. I know you. You come on here and start talking your shit. And then when you don't, you know you
Start
you
liking
put
tweets on the low.
exactly, nigga. When you know you put some chitlins on the grill and you put some bullshit on the grill or whatever the fuck y'all. Whenever you know you put some bullshit in the soup, you go hide and act like you never existed, nigga. I know you, bro. You gotta stop this.
We saw you, bro. We know
I
you.
want
We
you
know we can
talking
see
your
you.
shit, Tony. Shit, WWE is shitting all over your head. DPW is shitting all over your head. I want you to be able to talk your shit, Tony. But you gotta stop listening to these niggas that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's never impacted a business positively ever. There are people on that team that have never done anything net positively for the wrestling business as a whole, for either promotion, for any promotion they've ever worked for that you're listening to, and you gotta stop.
Like, there's a reason they don't work at WWE anymore. If they were that good, they'd still be there.
The worst segment in the history. How do you hire the nigga that wrote the Bobby Lashley sister segment? How?
Well, we know why, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Danny Kwong, $5. The fact that I was genuinely worried that Jeff Jarrett was going to get more time than Mercedes Monè is a huge problem. He technically did. He had like 20 minutes
I was going
plus.
to say, didn't he?
I was like, he's had more promo time than anybody on the roster this year so far. Like, it's kind of wild.
Promo time, match time.
He had multiple
Speaking-
promo segments on the show.
Hold on. Speaking of promo time, yo, for all the niggas that used to ask why Mariah May don't get live promos, do y'all understand why now? Do y'all
I didn't
understand
actually
why
think
now?
the promo was that bad.
I actually like the promo. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all
Yeah, I like the
understand
promo.
why
I liked
now?
it.
Hey man, a good promo have niggas in the building actually being like, boo. Shit, I didn't like the CM Punk promo on Raw, but at least when CM Punk was like, I love you to Cody, at least niggas in the building said, aw, they gave a reaction. I sat there listening to Mariah May cut a promo, the same promo she'd been cutting for months, by the way. I sat there and listened to her cut that promo, the same promo that she cut the night after she won the belt, to dead silence. To no
Which is
reaction.
wild because I thought it was fine because of the actual words and the content, but like her delivery to me is like really weird. I don't know what it is. It's like kind of, it's not sleepy.
It's too deadpan.
Yeah, it's just really deadpan. It's like Huntsville, Alabama. The cadence isn't great and the pacing is not good. Even though like the actual words are actually furthering the characters' like emotions and feelings after what happened on Collision. But
Listen.
like delivery does matter.
If your cadence and pacing aren't up to par, then nigga, it's not a good promo. If
It
your
does matter
cadence and
quite a bit.
pacing are not up to par, listen, Tony Storm, y'all know I don't really like the Tony Storm gimmick. I didn't like the rookie gimmick. I didn't really like the timeless Tony gimmick. I could like tolerate it, but it wasn't like my favorite gimmick in the world. But if you put the world title back on Tony right now, I wouldn't be mad. Because at least when I listened to Collision on Saturday, I went back and watched it because I was listening to the Kevin Owens and Cody face to face because that was clearly more important. But but I fucking went back and listened, and every time Tony Storm speaks, you hear the crowd. You hear the crowd, even when she was a heel, playing as a timeless Tony Storm character. When Tony Storm spoke, even when she was in the Outcast, when at least Saraya. When Saraya spoke, at least you heard the crowd speaking. I don't even like Saraya like that. But at least y'all heard the crowd. When Mariah May speaks, you can hear you can literally hear this in the building. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then people will sit here and go on Twitter and be like, why can't the women's world champion get promo time and all these? Because MJF gets a reaction. Yeah, I know y'all don't like hearing that. I know he hasn't cut the best promos in the world lately, but MJF gets a reaction.
Yeah, but there is also a fine line between like they don't ever get the time to build those reactions a lot, but at the same time, when you're out there and you do have the opportunity, you can't do the whole deadpan like delivery stuff because what you're saying is perfectly fine, but you can't make me want to fall asleep while listening to you because it sounds like I'm listening to a substitute teacher talk instead of a world champion. Now, fast forward to Tori Storm. Every time there was a go home promo she had to cut, she knocked that motherfucker out the park. Even no matter what you thought about the character or the wrestling at the time, like them shits was wrong. And then the Collision promo where she just said, "What makes you think I ain't forgotten?" People in that building, I was there. People were really going, "Oh shit, she's back!" Like she got an actual factual character over to the degree where people are genuinely happy to see it come back. And that's not an easy feat for any wrestler to do, male or female, in this day and age. That's not easy.
You know what the problem? And people kept listen. I'm gonna say it right now for y'all. This is how you gauge whether somebody can have a live promo or not. The Rock got live promos. You know why? Because even when The Rock was backstage and he was doing his fucking bits, you heard the crowd doing his bits. When Stone Cold was backstage, you heard the crowd doing the what bits. And okay, we can even go further. When Mercedes is backstage cutting promos, you will hear the crowd actively go CEO when she goes, oh well, how does it go, Marcus? I forgot. She hasn't cut a promo in a while. How does it go?
It's basically
Say how? Oh yeah. When she goes,
CEO.
Yeah, we should go say hello to your,
hello
and all you
to
hear
your
is CEO. So no one is saying CEO. Y'all just lie. This is what's
That's
actually
not
anti-black.
true.
This is
People
what's
are definitely
actually
saying CEO.
that's the actually anti-black shit y'all need to be talking about on Twitter. How people run around and just act like Mercedes is not talented, or she hasn't done good promos, or she hasn't had good wrestling matches. That's the actual anti-black shit that y'all ignore. I noticed that. Why? Because she's not in WWE, but that's a different conversation for a different day. But yeah, I just wanted to speak about that women's title. I said last night. I said it. I said I don't really like Britt Baker as a wrestler. I'm not talking about as a person, but I'm not. I don't really give a fuck about her as a person. But as a wrestler, I don't really like her. But shit, even Britt Baker, as shit as she is in the wrestling ring, when she talks, people listen. And if you
Yeah.
made an argument to put the world title on her right now off of promos alone, I can't argue with you. Over Mariah May, I can't argue with you.
And I think the
can't.
promos are even good anymore, but the delivery's always been top notch. But again, I say all this to say about Mariah May, you still have the ultimate use because you are the world champion. You gotta go out there and talk. You gotta get better at it.
Because you know what the problem is, Marcus? Nobody wants to hear the world champion go out there and shit on the division. Shitting on the division is completely different from being like, none of you are on my level.
Yeah, when she cut those, she was perfectly fine. And then, but those like this division sucks. And this shit is ass.
She's going out there
like,
saying this division sucks. This division is the worst. She's actively calling it the worst division in the world.
Mind you, there are like 4 or 5 wrestlers in that division right now I'd rather see with that championship than you.
I don't know, but I guess I'm misogynistic and I just hate women. And I think they should have no wrestling matches on the show, and I think they should go back to being valets because clearly I hate women. So I don't know. That's because I guess that's the general perception. Every time I talk about Mariah May on Twitter, that's what they say. So,
yeah.
Childish Moose $5. I don't care about Lee discourse, but I'm gonna tell the TL you're a shooter and Deanna Purrazzo fan. Also, MJF will teach Hangman how to main event All In. Yo, don't get me to say.
I can't lie. We're gonna kill you for the last one.
Don't get me to don't listen. We don't talk about Deanna Purrazzo. We don't do that. That's not something that no, we not doing that. What is this? What is this?
Chris,
what are you doing?
Good.
Chris, are you straight, bro?
What are you doing? No, he wants her to sign to WWE because he wants bad press for WWE. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Well, actually, hold on. Let's listen my brother out.
We're not Scott. We're when Scott D'Amore didn't even work there. We're not Tommy Dreamer and them, bro. We can read a room. We can read a room. Okay, we read a room. You know, well, we don't read a room a lot of times. Triple H still can't wait to talk about Brock Lesnar, so we don't read the room. Wait, am I still here?
Yeah, you're here.
You're still here.
It says something went wrong. Like I'm not here. Hold on.
Definitely still here.
Hell? What the hell? This is weird as fuck. Hold on.
You good?
They trying to snipe you out here or something?
Bro, it says I'm not. I don't see the stream anymore. Like this is weird as fuck. Oh, there it is. Okay, that was weird.
You on a different tab or some shit?
Oh yeah, I was on Safari. That's why. Yo, Apple. By the way, Apple products horrible. I'm not doing this. Any Apple products but phones, not doing it ever again. Horrible products. Terrible products. Yo, I go to log into the StreamYard on Safari, and StreamYard waits till I log in, right, to tell me and go to the studio to be like, actually, we don't allow streaming on Safari. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go to fucking Firefox. And I was like, okay, bro.
Do you not just use a Chrome extension?
Nah, I use both sometimes. When Chrome's not working right, and then when Firefox is not working right, I'll use Chrome and vice versa. But I just got to.
I've never had issues with.
I know that's also it.
This Mac came out in 2014. I think it is very old.
Wait, this damn, and it still works well like that. God,
it still works pretty perfectly. Touch wood.
Jesus. Android better. Whoa. Let's slow down there.
Me and my AirPods take offense to that, and my iPhone.
Let's
Yeah,
I-
we are good,
let's slow down,
bro. We
Yo,
are good.
and no, I'll say this. Android phones, we good. We got iPhones. Android phones, we good. Wait, is Tessa is going to NXT? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Are you good?
Yo, nigga, stop playing.
Are you saying
No,
that as
quit
something
playing, quit
you've
playing, quit
seen,
playing.
or are you just interpreting
Yo,
chat
stop.
rooms?
Yo.
Oh, niggas up.
Yo, stop playing, y'all. Anyway, we don't respond to unsourced. What the nigga TK said, we don't respond to unsourced rumors.
And unsourced internet rumors.
Monè updates get to the women now. I mean, we pretty much did, but I said it last night. Shit, I would have had I would have accepted Yuka fucking around and beating Mercedes last night if it gets her to the women's world title faster.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I love Mercedes to death. I love this TBS title run, generally. But I think we're getting to a point where this is the secondary belt should not be the most important in the division. The world title should be the most important. And it should be the one where the big hitters are going for. But they're going for Mercedes in the TBS championship. Chris Statlander is trying to go for round 3 for the TBS championship and not going for the world title. Like it leaves you in a void where Mariah's now in a position where everyone is just waiting for Tony to beat her for that belt again and fix it from there. When that shouldn't be the case when you have the number 1 championship.
I don't know. I said all I had to say about the women's division. I pretty much.
There's nothing else to say at this point, bro. Like they just keep making the same fucking mistakes over and over again. Yuka versus Mercedes was a lot of fun to watch, though.
Shit, I would have had Chris beat Mercedes. She would have been with one less belt, but she could have replaced it with the world belt. So, or shit, I wouldn't even have Mercedes. Shit, nigga like me, I wouldn't even have Mercedes. I said it. I quote tweeted my tweet about it. I said, nigga, fuck it. Mercedes Hogan, nigga, I wouldn't even have her lose. I wouldn't even let her lose the belt. I'd give her a 5th one.
I would have been like, oh.
I'd give her the world title and give her a 5th belt. Fuck it.
Why not?
Yes, absolutely.
Danny Kwong, $10. Who do y'all think the new Dallas Callis family member is that they teased on Collision? My biggest fear is that it's Jack Perry. My out there pick is Josh Alexander.
You'll see him on Rumble on Saturday.
Bro.
I have no clue. But that's a kind of a good thing.
Is it not just Trent coming back? I kind of just assumed it was Trent coming back.
Wouldn't shock me.
What was the injury that he suffered early last year?
I think he did his neck injury.
Oh yeah. Didn't he have like screws come out of his neck and shit?
Yeah, and they had to redo it.
Oh my god, that literally sounds horrible. I hope he's all right.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, I do hope he's okay.
Yeah,
horrible, bro. Okay. Like that's how scary like Breaking Bones is. Like aside from wrestling, right quick, like they just how people just like get screws put in their literal body because they like that's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, no, it's fucking odd. If it's people, that'll be interesting.
Crystal said Mike Bailey.
Actually. Hold on.
I don't hate that.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Mike Bailey coming in like a hired assassin, coming in murdering niggas with his feet. That would be beast. That would be pretty beast.
That generally could work.
That would be pretty beast. He don't never need no weapons, nigga. His weapon, he got 2 weapons, nigga. Ultima $5. I had to catch up on Stardom after that Dynamite. Shout out to Neo Genesis. I have not sat down and watched an entire Stardom show since like the 5-star Grand Prix, but I need to get back into Stardom. I do.
Stardom good.
Shout out my nigga Kais. I fell off of Stardom after my nigga Kais passed away, or wherever the fuck he went. But
I miss my dog, bro.
Exactly.
Wherever you at, Kais, we love you, brother.
He used to update us on Stardom all the time, and now I don't even know. I don't even know who the fucking 3 pink, blue, and white belt, or whatever fuck color belt champions. Who I don't know who the 6-woman tag champions is. I'm trying to say.
I just know they finally cleaned that damn white belt. Took them long enough, but they finally did.
Oh, well, you mean the white belt that had fucking gangrene and rust all over it? Jesus,
bro, niggas was finna get tetanus off that motherfucker.
And fucking algae and dust and all that shit. Thank God they finally cleaned.
Look like a dirty ass fish tank.
Dead ass, Kais, we miss you, bro. Come home, bro.
And what Masterpiece said, I miss my homie. What Lil Wayne said, I miss my dog.
Really miss my nigga. The new geek. I really miss my nigga. Chris. I'm not Chris. The new geeks by Apex Leon, $5. Could have fixed the Death Riders by spreading the interview across Dynamite. No. Book mains like geniuses, smart heels, smart faces, forces Booker to think deeper about the TV structure. Bro, my thing is just like the Death Riders interview, spreading it out across Dynamite is one thing, but it would work if if Mox was saying something that I gave a fuck about, or Mox was
Just
saying
chatting
something that
wham.
yeah, like if he was saying something that made me feel better about watching the show, like that would be one thing. But he didn't. He was just like he basically responded to all the people on the internet that's been like, "Where is the world title?" Being like, well, y'all don't deserve to see the world title. Like that helps anything. Yo, please, somebody please find me the quarters. If you got the quarters to this week's Dynamite, I don't care about ratings, but I care about Death Rider ratings. And I need to see those ratings. I need to see the
This will be
quarters.
spread. We need it. But hey, man, like my only thing is like what they say versus what they actually do on the television, which is the only thing that actually matters. It's such a wide disconnect. All right, and you can play with it in a way where it's like they're full of shit and they're fake idols and he's fake hero and he's only in it for himself, blah blah blah. But they don't. Like you could do it that way if this was actually your fucking intention, but it's clearly not their intention. So we're stuck in hell.
Bro, it's the craziest thing. It's the craziest shit, bro. And the thing is, it's just like at some point, bro, we're gonna talk positively about Dynamite again one day, guys. One day
One
we
day.
will have a positive Dynamite review where we enjoyed. And remember, the first Dynamite review I did in like a year, 2 years. I came on here. We were positive because it was a good. It was when Monty was still on here. It was a good show. I was excited to talk about that NXT Dynamite. It was a good show, but
NXT Dynamite.
no, I mean no, the the one they went up against NXT is what I mean.
Right,
I should have
okay,
said
okay.
that. I should have clarified.
Nothing
My
I
bad.
was
Dynamite.
very
My bad.
confused.
I almost pulled a JR, yo. Almost pulled a JR.
But I was
Almost
at
pulled a
that show.
JR.
It was the last Daily Place before they went back on the road. I didn't even find out about that until I searched Twitter like right when I left the venue. I was like, "Did you really say that?"
Yo, do you know 2021 AEW Dynamite would spit on 2025 AEW Dynamite for losing to NXT?
Mm-hmm.
And there
The
was some
same.
bad Dynamites in those times. Like that one after Double Duffy was god awful.
Do y'all know
And
how
I
many?
prefer that one to this.
Do y'all know how many Wednesday Night Wars Dynamite bent NXT over? And now they're getting, and now Dynamite is getting, and I don't even care. Like I said, I don't care about ratings wars, but y'all, nigga, you're losing to. I don't even remember who was on NXT the other night. That's worse. You're losing to.
That is
Bro,
us, yeah.
I don't even.
Like the weekly booking in NXT, they actually just be doing shit on there. The men's division is terrible.
I like Grayson Waller, but you lost with the Grayson Waller effect. Think about that.
Crazy 2025.
6-star. Thank you for the $2. Joshi is
Upstairs.
saving wrestling in 2025. Suri. I did actually watch
Real.
Suri versus Meiko Satomura last night. We watched that in self-made.
That match was so fucking good.
That match was good. That match was good. I haven't watched a full-on Suri match before last night since
Really?
it was a tag that she had with Big Hash last year versus Saudi Anu and Natsupoi. But that was the last Suri match that I watched. But I got to catch up. I got to do a Suri. I might do a Suri if her company or wherever she be wrestling at don't do Black Vans, and don't ask me to watch Marigold because I'm not watching Marigold. I don't watch wrestling in front of 80 people. If it's Marigold, if it involves somebody I like, then I'll watch it. But I don't
That
watch.
Taka Michinoku tweet was crazy.
Yo, that Taka Michinoku.
It's so fucking funny.
Yo, Taka said, not gonna lie, I don't know you, and you not doing this right.
He said, "Do train some more before you do this."
Yo, that nigga, no, why did that nigga call Tweety and be like, this is so bad?
It's like, this is ass. Not gonna lie, this is terrible.
And then you had these fucking geeks in the fucking comment section talking about Taka, please don't do this.
Taka
Taka,
some no.
please don't do this. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Nigga, oh, it's his move. What the fuck?
That ass, bro. A nigga who made a move is welcome to be like, yo, you're not doing this right. Stop doing my shit. If you're not gonna learn it right, stop doing it right. Stop doing it.
Yeah, like now,
He's
granted, that account was like an active like botches account that posts botches all the time, but still, nigga, it is my move. If I see you doing it like dog shit, I'm gonna say this shit's ass. It is what it is.
hey man, but who knows? We might see another photo book from Rossi before we see a show sell out. So y'all be you know,
I hear them cuffs clicking.
you know. Oh my god, yo. Wait, how did it go? Rossi Ogawa has filed for bankruptcy. Wow, how did Vince Carter? Come on! Come on!
Tears flowing and shit.
Oh my god, one day. Shit. And y'all want people why y'all wishing for people to be unemployed? No, just go to Surrealism. Who cares?
Exactly.
But yeah, no.
Shout out to Ree.
Six Star says Stardom having a good start to the year. Suri already running away with Booker, wrestler Booker promoter of the year. Whoa. That belongs to Paul Levesque.
That's crazy.
But
and on that note, end of stream.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm joking, y'all. It's a joke, y'all. It's a joke.
It's a little jokey joke, yo.
What Vito say, Marcus? Guys, it's a fucking joke.
It's a fucking joke.
It's a fucking joke. I'm playing around. It's a fucking joke, guys. I'm joking.
It's the blood pressure medication.
It's a WWE medicine. It fucked with my head, but I'm good now. It fucked with my head. I'm good now.
Make sure you have to suck Paul Levesque cock.
He said, I can get a doctor's note. You need a doctor's note to tell you that you don't suck cock? Oh, man. That's another thing. We've been watching the Gabagool. I'm not going to name it by name because I don't want niggas to be weird. But we've been watching the Gabagool in Discord. If you haven't been there for the Gabagool, make sure you're in there when we're watching it.
Yeah, definitely come get y'all some good mozzarella. Get y'all a good plate for it.
Exactly. With that's the last of the super chats. And y'all gotta relight the fuse in about 25. So do y'all want to when do y'all want to end it or what's going on?
Let's talk about Ricochet and AR.
We can talk about Ricochet. We have not talked about Ricochet and Swerve actually, so that's what we're gonna talk about right now. Ricochet and Swerve. Ricochet faced AR Fox last night. Something I did enjoy on the show. They had a good match last night. After the match, Ricochet went to stab. He pulled the scissors from behind the turnbuckle, which was just like random place to hide scissors. So people have been. I think they had a match or two by that time, so people could have just got stabbed by these scissors, but Ricochet wouldn't have cared. And Ricochet goes to grab the scissors. Swerve uses the chain, pulls him out of the ring, starts beating him up, throws him into the ring, beats his ass a little bit more, goes to the top rope to hit the Swerve stomp, but Ricochet, like a fucking beast, grabs the scissors and puts him up against AR Fox's fucking throat.
Holds like a hostage,
I was about to say, holds him hostage. And literally goes, you fucking do your Swerve stomp, I will jab these scissors in his fucking throat right now. And Swerve. Normally, if it was 2 years ago, Swerve wouldn't have given a fuck. He would just let AR Fox die. Yeah, but we just seen them shake hands last week, and so they're kind of like rekindling and forming their relationship. So he got down, and Ricochet basically held him hostage until he got to the staging area. Then he pushed him away, and Swerve escaped. I mean, not Swerve escaped. Ricochet escaped, and I really enjoyed the segment. This little bit of Dynamite. It's funny because not only just because it was non-Death Rider segment, but because it furthers the story. And I like when they do stuff like this. If only they didn't do random shit with the stuff that's actually supposed to draw, but when like perfect example when they use the MJF and Punk feud to build up to their match that they did a month before the Revolution match, where they had that one-on-one match. Where was that, in Chicago? Yeah, in Chicago.
Yeah,
And they had that
Chicago.
one-on-one match in Chicago. I like when they do stuff like this. And notice a wrestling card is going to Atlanta. And what wrestlers are wrestling on it, Marcus?
2 niggas, Swerve and Ricochet, booked it 3 weeks in advance.
Exactly. 2 black wrestlers are wrestling in Atlanta. They're not hosting AEW Dynamite live from Atlanta. They're not running around with the celebrities jigging in Atlanta.
The show is built around them.
Exactly. They're not running around with the rappers and jigging in Atlanta. They're wrestling in front of in front of the Atlanta audience, man. And that's the great thing about it. That's the great thing about it, man. Is that these 2 are going to get to go out there next week, and I don't know how long the match is going to be. I would honestly just give them the first 20 minutes of Dynamite. I was giving the first 30. Fuck it. Give them the first 30 minutes, have it bleed into being a segment, and I would just give them the first 30 minutes. Anything to keep me as far away from the Death Riders as possible. I mean, but it would also help these 2 tell their story and continue what they got going on here with how the storyline's been built. So.
And they progressed it for several weeks. They immediately said 3 weeks from now in Atlanta, it's Swerve Ricochet. And they've done segments every week to build towards it. They're starting to flesh Ricochet out as a character. He went from geek everyone like to laugh at to all of a sudden he's fucking Rick Murray with scissors. Is that real? Are you pointing them shit at niggas taking hostages? Swerve is still cool as ever. He's basically a fucking superhero, which is a good contrast to like a lot of babyface on the roster who get the decock. And Swerve is just out here just taking it to people. He's not running away from no fight. He ain't getting laid out every damn week. And the one time he did get laid out, it was the most impactful thing they've done because you rarely ever actually see it happen to him. And he got laid out like a stuffed pig. Ricochet murdered him for everyone. And then ever since then, you've gotten giving people a chance to flesh Ricochet out. And then Swerve has basically just gotten his get back for weeks and weeks on end. Like Ricochet is actually afraid of Ricochet on the low. He's running away from him. He's using underhand tactics to get away from him while Swerve is going right at him and not running away.
I'm forcing them to main event. That's another thing. They should open the show or they should main event.
Yeah, what else is on the card for next week? I don't think anything else is on the card yet.
They haven't announced anything.
Speaking of niggas, the Hurt Business needs to be there next week. I still call them the Hurt Business because that's what they are. They'll always be the Hurt Business in my heart. There'll never be anything else but the Hurt Business. Hey, in my heart, they're either the Hurt Business or the Beatdown Clan. But that's the only 2 things they'll be in my heart. But the Hurt Syndicate should be there next week too. Just niggify the card, bro. Who cares? Who cares? And it's just like, it's not to stick it to WWE, but it's to, bro, you're going to Atlanta, bro. You're going to Atlanta. You know? And bro, Tony, I know you got connections, nigga. Have some rappers come to the show. Swerve, use Swerve and the Garments connections because nigga Garments knows everybody.
Remember when they had Kevin Gates on the show? Remember when they had Rick Ross as part of the damn act for like 2 weeks? Remember that?
Bro, fucking Sting was doing an interview. Sting was. No, was it Sting or was it Flash? I'll have to get it from Mook. But I think it was a Sting interview. No, a Swerve interview. One of them had an interview. And fucking, they said when Sting met in person with Flash for the first time, nigga, Sting was like, oh shit, he popped for Flash Garments. So have Flash use his fucking connections. Have some niggas come to the show, bro. Have some niggas come. Have Rick Ross pull up. Is Rick Ross from Atlanta? I don't care. Have him pull up. Get other Atlanta niggas to pull up. Shit.
Like, that nigga gonna take the drive from Miami to Atlanta. He loved that shit. And he was actually funny when he was on TV, when they gave him a mic. He fit right in, because he been playing a character for 20 damn years.
So have people pull up. Not even just rappers, bro. Have influence, bro. That's another thing WWE is starting to do. I'm not saying you should do everything WWE is doing. That's another thing. Start to dip into the influencer pool, bro. If you got to pay the other niggas from AMP to be that weren't there to be there, bro, do that. If you gotta pay some other Atlanta influencers to pull up, I'm not saying they should be directly involved with the show like all the other influencers they pull up, like Speed and all of them. But shit, do that. It'll be interesting, and it'll get buzz on AEW. Necessary buzz.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to have them all in front of the damn camera and shit. You don't have to have them doing all these crazy segments on TV, taking up time and shit. But have them around there. Say, oh yeah, they come in here. They're gonna be there. That guy's gonna be there. You can like fix your reputation that way.
Bro,
Like, you can get your name out.
Or one of the biggest mainstream memes AEW has ever had came from Rick Ross.
Yes.
And I don't know how since then. Like, bro, don't no disrespect to West Side Gun, but West Side Gun can't be the only celebrity y'all ever use, bro. And he's not even from Atlanta. He's from fucking
Buffalo.
Where's he from? He's from fucking New York. He's from fucking New York. You use people from Georgia. They have good artists in Georgia, and even if you don't want to use Young Thug, well, I don't think Young Thug can go.
He's banned from the city for like a decade.
Exactly, he's banned from the city. I forgot. Fuck.
Yeah, bring Offset. Fuck it.
Shit, if you can use exactly bring shit. If you could pay, you brought Quavo, we'll bring Offset. You know, fuck.
Offset loves wrestling.
So yeah, bro, just do interesting shit next week.
Like,
because this week,
Kevin Gates to a Dynamite before. Kevin Gates was on the show doing something.
Bro, I don't even remember. Did they even bring any New Orleans celebrities? I mean, celebrities in New Orleans don't live here very long. They either die or they move away. So
they get the fuck out of there, bro.
Yeah, so like they either die or they move away. So I mean, it's not shit. But do something, my nigga. Start bringing. Maybe if you would stop going to Huntsville, Alabama, you could bring some celebrities in. But you keep doing it. So, but is there anything else that we didn't touch on before we start wrapping up? Because I know y'all got y'all got to relight.
Heyman had like the greatest 30 seconds I've ever seen a wrestler ever have.
Shut up, bro.
Yeah, he bumped into MJF and was like, "Nigga, are you gonna do something about it?" And MJF was like, "No," and he walked off. And then MJF started talking shit like the shitty heel that he is. So, but yeah, no, I mean.
There is a real way they can actually make this cool because MJF is basically going to. It's cool if he do it, but if I do it, it's a problem type shit. Which, yes, because you're a piece of shit. And
yeah, nigga, I mean, you're like an actual. No, Max. The difference between you and Hangman, and this is in kayfabe, Max. The difference between you and Hangman is you're a genuinely awful person. Hangman did what he did for the sake of. This man broke into my house. This man broke into my house and made me leave my house. And not only did he do that, he also redoxed me again and told me he drove by my house and watched me move in again.
And laughed about it.
And he basically put my wife and my kid in. He laid his colors down on my kid. He laid his flag on my kid.
Yeah. It's like, did he do some reprehensible shit on the way there, and is he relying off anger since then? Yes, but we get it. You know, we get it.
It's like you can't be like, well, what about? Well, you can't. There's no whataboutism here with this MJF. You have done some genuinely awful shit. We didn't forget the Pinnacle. We didn't forget the shit you did to CM Punk. We didn't forget You just done a lot of
murder Dale
shit.
Garcia.
Exactly. We didn't forget none of that, bro.
Every food he's ever had.
And then Heyman going like, "Hey, let me go holler for it real quick." And he basically went like on a cliffhanger of, is he gonna do a humiliation ritual, or is he gonna like actually like repent? Like, we don't know, but like I'm interested to see where it ends up happening because good lord.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Because Heyman humiliation ritual Heyman actually might be kind of fire. I can't lie.
It'll be interesting. I'm interested to see where they go with it.
Yeah, it can go so many ways, and Heyman, like, they're doing the best they can with this, and they're going in the best direction possible, given the circumstances. And Heyman's the best like nonverbal like storytelling character that they have. Maybe the best in all of wrestling right now to me, for my money. So they'll make it work.
Yep. Hopefully they follow up on it next week because 30 seconds was kind of diabolical, but it is what it is.
At least we didn't get like 30 years of MJF talking. We got 5 minutes combined from that to the Jeff Jarrett thing. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because MJF is like actually a person that listens to the discourse, and he's like, "Oh, well, y'all don't want to see more of this. Well, I guess I just won't do more of this then."
Yeah.
It's something
Probably
else.
a little too much, to be honest. But at least he does listen.
I think that's
We
it. I think
you
that's
got
it.
any
Dynamite.
plugs before we get out of here?
Guys, I'm probably gonna go live later on tonight, like not immediately after this pod because I gotta go do something. But I'm not. I'm probably gonna be live later on tonight, like later on tonight. So be on the lookout for that. But if you follow my Twitch, you'll know because whenever I go live and whenever Black Boy Max and them go live and Kai Sinat go live, they spam my phone with not spam, but they send me a notification. So if you follow me and you turn on your push notifications on Twitch, which is right here, Sir Paragraph, you follow me on Twitch, you will know exactly when I go live. We watched TikToks last night. We didn't really do anything after watching NXT Dynamite. But yeah, I'll probably be live later on tonight. So make sure y'all Rumble prediction real quick. Big Cena, baby. Big 17. It's our year. It's Big 17. It's our year. It's our wait.
Were you good?
That was a 17.
Wait, I got it.
What are you doing?
It's backwards on camera. It's backwards on camera.
No, it wasn't. Now we're doing 71.
No, it's back. You don't see it's backwards? Charlie, you don't see it's backwards? See?
Were you good?
This is like I'm just doing something. This is like I'm doing TI. This is 17. It's that big 17. It's big 17. Guys.
That's not 17.
That is 17. Oh.
No, it's not.
Well, okay. I had the first one. You know what it is? I had it the first time.
Yes, that is what I was telling you.
Yeah.
I've got Sammy and Big Charlotte Flair.
Shit. It could be Sam. That's what I like about this year's Rumble is that you don't really know.
Yeah.
Which is actually a good change of pace from last couple years, where you knew for a fact who was going to win. I'll say Cena and Charlotte.
I was gonna say Charlotte's won a Rumble before, but Cody just won 2 Rumbles in a row.
Definitely won a third. That'd be kind of
It's Charlotte Flair, bro. Who gives
exactly,
a... She's winning that Rumble, bro.
Exactly. I can't think of anybody else who deserves to win that Rumble right now. And none of you niggas better say Jade Cargill because they can't even trust her to wrestle longer than 2 minutes. So that's out the question.
And on that
note. So did you make your prediction, Marcus? You made yours, right?
Yeah, I said Cena and Charlotte.
All right, guys. Like I said, I'll be live later tonight. Let me post my link right quick. Guys.
Go subscribe to Late Night Grand and come watch Relight the Fuse with us. We're watching Dynamite episode 4.
I was just about to say they're about to go relight the fuse like right now.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all go tap into that. I dropped my Twitch in the comments right there, so y'all can go follow me right now. Turn on your push notifications, and you will know when it is exactly that I am going live. But also, guys, make sure you subscribe. Laying out the schedule. This weekend, nothing is going on. I don't think is going on this weekend. Monday, worldwide, Monty, Anna, and I think he might get Joe to work Monday. He might not, but yeah. So make sure y'all go tune into worldwide. Tuesday, the Dynamite review. This week not the Dynamite review, the Raw review. This week on the Raw review, it will not be me, Isra, and Sandman. It will be me, Isra, Peach, and Jonna. So make sure y'all tune in this Tuesday's episode because that's going to be the lineup. Me, Isra, Peach, and Jonna. So make sure y'all tune into the Raw review. Wednesday, nothing really goes on. Thursday, we'll be right back here next Thursday. Right back here. Hopefully, we don't spend the episode crashing out like we did this week.
I will not be here.
Oh, you won't? You won't?
No, I'll be in Prague next week. Which would be a really good episode of Dynamite as well.
Literally watch it be like a good episode. And I'm gonna be so upset.
Hey man, if Powerhouse Hobbs is cleared, it will be good. I will put my life on it.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Right. We gotta get out of here though. So.
All right. With that being said, guys, I'm Sir Paragraph, aka Rob, aka the Drone, aka a woman hater, and that's Chuck, and that's Marcus. And with that being said, this was the Dynamite review. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.